Where? The 6 most dangerous nuts you should avoid. Most people think nuts are the ultimate healthy snack, packed with protein, heart-friendly fats, and essential nutrients. You grab a handful, feeling good about your choice, right? But what if I told you that some nuts could secretly be harming your health? That's right. While some nuts provide great benefits, others can trigger digestive issues, inflammation, and even increase your risk of serious diseases. In this video, I'll break down the 6 most dangerous nuts you should avoid, explaining exactly why they're bad for you and how they affect your body. Some may surprise you. So if you want to protect your health while still enjoying your favorite snacks, stick around, let's get into it. 1. Bitter almonds. Did you know that some almonds can actually be toxic? While sweet almonds are a nutritious snack, their wild counterpart, bitter almonds, contain dangerously high levels of cyanide. In fact, consuming just 5 to 10 raw bitter almonds can be fatal for a senior, and even smaller amounts may cause serious health complications. Bitter almonds contain amygdalin, a naturally occurring compound that turns into hydrogen cyanide, HCN, when digested. Cyanide is a fast-acting poison that prevents oxygen from reaching your cells, essentially shutting down vital functions in the body. Dizziness, confusion, shortness of breath, rapid heart rate, and in severe cases, seizures, coma, or even death. According to a 2012 study published in the Journal of Food Science, bitter almonds contain 4 to 9 milligrams of cyanide per almond. And the lethal dose of cyanide for humans is 0.5 to 3.5 milligrams per kilogram of body weight. This means that for many seniors, consuming as few as 5 to 10 bitter almonds could be enough to cause dangerous symptoms. Many experience nausea, difficulty breathing, and weakness within just 30 minutes of eating them. Despite their dangers, bitter almonds are still used in traditional medicine and home remedies, particularly in alternative cancer treatments. However, there is no scientific evidence that bitter almonds provide any health benefits, and their risks far outweigh any potential advantages. Bitter almond poisoning cases were often due to misinformation about their supposed healing properties. Some people believe cooking or roasting bitter almonds makes them safe. And while heat processing at 167 degrees Fahrenheit 75 degrees Celsius for at least 30 minutes can reduce cyanide levels, it does not eliminate the risk completely. This is why the FDA has banned the sale of raw bitter almonds in the US. To stay safe, stick to sweet almonds, which are the type commonly sold in stores and contain little to no amygdalin. Always read labels carefully, as some imported herbal products and health foods may contain bitter almond extracts, which could be dangerous. If a health claim sounds too good to be true, it probably is. Always consult a doctor before trying alternative treatments. 2. Horse chestnuts. These nuts may look a lot like edible chestnuts, but don't be fooled, these nuts are toxic and should never be eaten. Found in parks, backyards, and even used in herbal remedies, horse chestnuts contain a dangerous compound called esculin, which can cause serious poisoning, especially in seniors. Just because something is natural doesn't mean it's safe. When consumed, esculin interferes with blood clotting and damages the gastrointestinal system. This toxin can lead to severe vomiting, diarrhea, muscle weakness, and paralysis in some cases. Horse chestnuts have even been linked to neurological symptoms such as confusion, dizziness, and drowsiness, which can be particularly dangerous for older adults who may already be at risk of falls or cognitive decline. In 2020, horse chestnut poisoning cases in the US have increased due to misidentification. Many people mistake them for sweet chestnuts, which are safe to eat, but unlike their edible counterparts, horse chestnuts contain high levels of esculin, which is classified as a toxic glycoside. According to the National Poison Data System, NPDS, consuming as little as 1 or 2 raw horse chestnuts can cause severe symptoms in seniors, with documented cases of liver damage and even hospitalization after ingestion. Know how to identify the difference between sweet chestnuts and horse chestnuts. Sweet chestnuts, like the ones sold at grocery stores, have pointy, sharp burrs on their outer shells, while horse chestnuts have smooth, round shells with a few large spikes. Another key difference is taste. While edible chestnuts are naturally sweet, horse chestnuts are bitter and unpleasant. If you ever come across a chestnut tree while walking in the park, it's best to leave those nuts alone. Some people believe that boiling horse chestnuts makes them safe, but this is a dangerous myth. While cooking may reduce esculin levels, it does not eliminate the toxin completely. Even processed horse chestnut extract, sometimes used in herbal medicine, must be carefully dosed, as too much can lead to toxicity. Seniors with liver or kidney issues are especially vulnerable to its effects. If you or someone you know has accidentally consumed horse chestnuts, seek medical help immediately. Symptoms can appear within hours, and early intervention is key to preventing complications. When in doubt, always opt for store-bought, labeled chestnuts rather than foraging for them yourself.
Got too much garbage on your
3. Betel nuts. You might be surprised to learn that a common nut, often chewed as a stimulant, can silently harm your prostate and increase cancer risks. While many people believe it boosts energy and aids digestion, what they don't realize is that it contains a powerful alkaloid that stimulates prostate cell growth, leading to enlargement, BPH, and even raising the risk of prostate cancer. If you're a man over 50, this is one nut you'll want to avoid at all costs. The danger lies in a compound called arecaline, which works similarly to nicotine, stimulating the nervous system while wreaking havoc on the prostate. A 2019 study in the Asian Pacific Journal of Cancer Prevention found that men who regularly consumed this nut were 3 times more likely to develop an enlarged prostate compared to those who didn't. Arecaline triggers chronic inflammation and disrupts hormonal balance, causing the prostate tissue to swell. Frequent urination, weak urine flow, and discomfort, especially at night. Long-term users face a significantly higher likelihood of developing aggressive prostate cancer compared to those who avoid it. If you've ever consumed this nut, don't panic, but do take action. Stop using it immediately, in any form, raw, dried, or mixed with tobacco and flavorings. Some people believe that chewing it with lime or betel leaves neutralizes the risk, but this is a dangerous myth. If you have any prostate symptoms like frequent urination or difficulty emptying your bladder, consider seeing a doctor. Catching prostate issues early can prevent more serious problems later. 4. Raw cashews. Most people think of cashews as a healthy snack, but did you know that raw cashews contain a toxic compound that can wreak havoc on your urinary system? While the roasted, store-bought versions are safe, their raw counterparts contain urushiol, the same toxic oil found in poison ivy. Even a small amount can cause internal inflammation, leading to urinary trouble, bladder irritation, and even kidney damage. Urushiol is a potent toxin that triggers an inflammatory response in the body, and the urinary tract is especially sensitive to its effects. A 2020 study in the Journal of Toxicology found that exposure to urushiol increases oxidative stress and inflammation in the bladder and kidneys, potentially leading to conditions like interstitial cystitis, a painful bladder disorder that causes frequent urination and discomfort. Seniors are particularly vulnerable, as the body's ability to filter toxins through the kidneys naturally declines with age. Urushiol doesn't just cause external rashes, it can inflame delicate internal tissues as well. In severe cases, individuals have developed acute kidney inflammation, requiring hospitalization and intensive treatment. Always make sure the cashews you eat are labeled as roasted or processed. These methods destroy urushiol, making them safe to consume. Never buy raw cashews from markets or specialty stores unless they explicitly state that they've been heat-treated. Even handling raw cashews with your bare hands can cause skin irritation, so imagine what they can do to your urinary system. 5. Moldy peanuts. You probably know peanuts as a protein-packed snack, but here's something most people don't realize. If peanuts develop mold, they can produce one of the most toxic substances known to humans. Even a small amount of exposure can lead to liver damage, digestive issues, and an increased risk of cancer. Worse yet, you might not even see or taste the danger lurking in a handful of moldy peanuts. The real threat comes from aflatoxins, highly toxic compounds produced by certain molds, particularly Aspergillus flavus and Aspergillus parasiticus. When ingested, aflatoxins attack the liver, impairing its ability to detoxify the body and increasing the risk of liver failure and cancer. A study by the World Health Organization, WHO, found that aflatoxin exposure contributes to up to 25% of liver cancer cases worldwide. And while it's most commonly linked to developing countries, moldy peanuts in the US still pose a real risk. But aflatoxins are nearly impossible to detect by sight or smell. Peanut samples from various grocery stores and found low but measurable aflatoxin contamination in improperly stored peanuts. The risk increases dramatically if peanuts are kept in warm, humid environments for long periods, such as in a forgotten bag in your pantry or an open bin at the grocery store. Even roasting doesn't fully eliminate aflatoxins, meaning once the mold is there, the danger remains. Aflatoxins don't just harm the liver, they can also cause digestive distress, weaken the immune system, and even affect brain function. Chronic exposure to even small amounts of aflatoxins can lead to persistent nausea, loss of appetite, and long-term inflammation in the gut. Some studies have even linked aflatoxin exposure to neurotoxicity, leading to brain fog and fatigue. Symptoms that are often mistaken for normal aging. You might have already consumed small amounts without realizing it. The FDA allows trace levels of aflatoxins in food. But if you regularly eat peanuts or peanut-based products, your exposure could add up over time. So, how do you protect yourself? Always buy peanuts from reputable brands that perform aflatoxin testing. Avoid purchasing peanuts from bulk bins where contamination risk is higher. Store your peanuts in an airtight container in a cool, dry place, or better yet, in the fridge to prevent mold growth. If you ever notice peanuts that taste bitter, musty, or off, spit them out immediately. That weird flavor might not just be stale nuts, it could be a warning sign of toxic mold. Opt for peanut butter over whole peanuts. Major brands are required to test for aflatoxins, and the processing methods used in commercial peanut butter production reduce the risk of contamination compared to raw or loosely packaged peanuts. 6. Macadamia nuts. While they're often praised for their heart-healthy fats, what many don't know is that these nuts can cause digestive distress, metabolic issues, and even allergic reactions in some people. If you've ever felt sluggish or bloated after snacking on macadamia nuts, there's a reason for that. Macadamia nuts have an unusually high fat content, about 76% of their total weight comes from fat, making them one of the fattiest nuts out there. While some fats are good for you, consuming too much in one sitting can overwhelm your digestive system. High-fat foods slow gastric emptying, meaning food stays in your stomach longer, leading to bloating, nausea, and discomfort. In people with gallbladder issues or sluggish digestion, this effect is even more pronounced. Beyond digestion, macadamia nuts can also impact blood sugar levels. Unlike other nuts, they're low in protein and fiber but high in monounsaturated fats. This combination can cause blood sugar imbalances, especially for people with insulin resistance or prediabetes. Consuming too many high-fat, low-protein foods can contribute to metabolic dysfunction over time, increasing the risk of weight gain and energy crashes. While peanut allergies are well known, macadamia nut allergies are on the rise, particularly in adults who previously had no nut sensitivities. Symptoms can range from mild itching and swelling to severe anaphylaxis. According to the American College of Allergy, Asthma, and Immunology, ACAI, tree nut allergies, including macadamias, have increased by over 300% in the past 2 decades, partly due to increased consumption and cross-reactivity with other nuts. Watch your portion sizes, just 10 to 12 nuts already contain nearly 200 calories and a hefty dose of fat. If you have any digestive sensitivities, avoid eating them on an empty stomach and pair them with protein to balance blood sugar levels. Store macadamia nuts properly, as their high-fat content makes them prone to rancidity, which can lead to oxidative stress and inflammation in the body. Always choose fresh, properly stored nuts and skip any that have a stale or bitter taste. If you found this information helpful, don't forget to like this video, share it with your friends, and hit that subscribe button for more health and nutrition tips. And if you made it this far,